Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated. It's Mary Jane. And let's talk about Mike Epps. He was on the Breakfast Club, and it seemed like he was dropping some jewels. He was telling some truth. He was just like, when he said some real shit when he said, if you got $100 million in your pocket and you coming after me, calling me a drug addict and downing me in front of the people, in front of the people with the police like that, that means that you don't want me to be a comedian. That means you don't want me in the game. You're trying to destroy me. I was just like, damn. That's the way Mike Epps is looking at it. And it's like Mike Epps is the only person that's coming out actually defending Katt Williams. So I'm just like, whoa. When he said that, and he was also throwing shots at the Breakfast Club too as well, when he said to them, oh, this dude sitting on the porch with 100 million keys or 100 million keys, and I'm sitting, I'm not on the porch, but I'm on the ground with an 8-ball. Who you guys are gonna support? Who has the bigger platform? Who you guys gonna listen to? Who you guys gonna be the yes man to the dude that has 100 million keys? Because he has the money, he has the power, and he has a platform, and he can make or break you. And Charlamagne and DJ Envy was like, oh, I get it. And so that's when Mike Epps was like, yo, you guys can't ignore the fact that somebody has more than somebody else. That people tend to believe them and tend to listen to the person with the biggest platform, the person with the 100 million in their pocket. Like, you guys gonna listen one day, you guys gonna hear it. You like, you know, if you got 100 million, you got nothing but ass kisses around you, people that's always kissing your ass. You're in a room with $100 million, and then there's one person in the room with $200 or $2. You know, they gonna kiss your ass for an opportunity. So I was just like, damn, there we go. And he was just like, he feels like, you know, Kevin Hart does not want Katt Williams and the business, because why are you trying to torture him? Why are you trying to diss him? Why are you trying to disrespect him? Why are you trying to bring up his drug habit and he's lost this, he's lost that, he had his shot, it's over, when you got $100 million in your pocket, when you can actually put him on and help him, because maybe he's saying something about you because he's looking for help. He's trying to seek help because he wants to get back in the game. So that was just like a little shot that he threw out there, Mike Epps. But also, he was just saying that, like, why would you not call him and talk to him? Why would you get on the Breakfast Club in front of the police, in front of everybody, in front of the world, in front of the peoples, and the police, you know, the government and everything, and say this man is like deranged, he's ignorant, you know, he got mental issues, you know, he's on drugs. Like, how can you tear him down like that? There's one thing to correct him, but tear him down like that? And he was like, also, I don't want people to start to keep tearing down people just to get their foot in the door and just to be up. And only reason why Kevin Hart came on a Breakfast Club tearing down Katt Williams and Mike Epps' words is because he had a movie to promote. He had a movie to promote, so that's why he did that. And, you know, and he has a platform and he can do that. And people are going to believe what he says because he has $100 million in his pocket and he has a big platform and he's like an icon celebrity when it comes to this comedy game. But also, Mike Epps is on there talking about, you know, Kevin Hart, but he's also promoting a movie too as well. So what's up with that? But, you know, I think Mike Epps, you never really hear Mike Epps come out the gate like he did. He just came out the gate and he was like, you know, this is just fugazi and bamboozle. He was just like, this is all messed up for this man to get in front of the people, in front of the police, and say this man's on drugs and he messed up. He was just like, yo, it was really upset him very much. And like Mike Epps said, he don't have no friends in Hollywood. And I don't even know if Katt Williams is actually Mike Epps' friend, but what he's saying is he's just speaking on right is right and wrong is wrong. And then Kevin Hart bringing his name up in the situation. He was like, I can't have an opinion. If you have an opinion, you'll automatically assume hating. If you don't like somebody for this, if you don't like them for that, that means you hating. No, man, I just got an opinion. I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't think you funny. That's just my opinion. And a lot of people have came on a Breakfast Club and said, like TK Kirtland, Mike Epps, and some other people came on and said that they don't think Kevin Hart is that funny at all. I like Kevin Hart. I think he's doing a magnificent job. I think he's wonderful. I think, you know, Mike Epps is wonderful. His stand-up shit is crazy. When you download all of Mike Epps shit and pay for it, funny just like Katt Williams is funny. And so basically, you know, Mike Epps feels some type of way. He feels like, you know, Kevin Hart is the gatekeeper. And since he's the gatekeeper, and since right now, since he has this shot and he has the spot, he's acting like he ain't never been poor. He's acting like he ain't even black. He's acting like, if he's acting like he can't understand where people are coming from, or where Katt Williams is coming from and what he's saying, or distinguishing, and also, I don't even know why he said that, but Mike Epps is also saying that where we came from. And it's just like we was a bunch of slaves and we came over here on the ship, and all of a sudden now you're in the master's house and you took over the master house, and now you're out looking down on us and pointing your finger at us and say, oh, you can go, oh, off with his head, off with that person's head, oh, forget that person, oh no, you can come in the house. So basically that's what Mike Epps is saying, that Kevin Hart is actually forgetting the hustle, the struggle of where they all came from, where they didn't have any money, when they were struggling. And now that Kevin Hart has reached the success that he has reached, he has forgot where he came from, where he's acting like he's the police, where he's acting like he's not even black anymore, where he's acting like, okay, I'm gonna pick and choose who I want to come to that door, when he knew how hard it was to get to that door in the first place. And now he got in the door and he got a position. Now he's the gatekeeper, and he can potentially keep people out by saying, I don't like that person, then they can't come in. And so now you have to go through a whole new maneuver, a way around, to get yourself a position, to get yourself a job, because this dude, Kevin Hart, has forgot where he came from. He forgot everything. He forgot the hustle. He forgot the bustle. He forgot the rejection, the racism, because now he's in the it crew. He fits in with the executives, and he can actually make the call where he wants this black person to be on, this black person to be on. So he can do that. And the execs and the people in Hollywood would listen to Kevin Hart, because if Kevin Hart has $100 million, how much money do you think he's making Hollywood and the execs and the film industry? How much money, if he got $100 million, he must be making them billions of dollars. So whatever he says goes. So if Kevin Hart doesn't want you in there, that one in there, he can actually shut the gate. And that's what he was trying to do to Katt Williams when he came on the Breakfast Club, was actually close the door so nobody would do business. I actually work with Katt Williams. Period. That is what I got from the conversation that Mike Epps was saying, but he spoke in analogies because he didn't want to use anybody's name. And, Charlamagne kept using names, and, DJ Envy kept using names, but Mike Epps didn't want to use any names because he see what happened. He has seen what has happened with Katt Williams when he used names, the whole the whole cage, the whole match, the whole ceiling, the roof, the truck all cave in. It was like a portal open in the ground. It was just swarming, pulling Katt down into the monster hole. And Mike Epps absolutely believes that Hollywood would make you and break you, and they would set you up. And basically he's saying that Katt Williams has been set up. Like they'll set these traps for you to fall into these traps, because they don't want you in the business, and they would do things to set you up. So this is what Mike Epps is saying. He actually has like an insight into the business. So he's feeling like Katt Williams is being set up. He's being tapped out. They're trying to close the door And also, we got to be mindful that if we see anything negative that happens to Mike Epps in the next year, we know it's because of this interview, because he broke down about the gatekeeper. There's some good gatekeepers and there's some bad gatekeepers. But yes, the way the system of Hollywood is kept, the reason why we say, how come there can't be more than one female rapper? How come there can't be more than one, excuse me, more than one famous black person? Because they have one gatekeeper at the door, and he's able to say, this one can go, that one can go, this one can go, that one can go, or they can only go to this amount of level, because the people that owns the property behind the gate, he's a security guard, and we'll let them in the gate, but they only can stay in the yard, and then they can go different miles and miles. And if they prove themselves and they be deemed worthy and they will do what we tell them to do, then we'll let them move up closer. Maybe they can go into the barn house, maybe they can go into the pool house, maybe they can go and chill where the vegetables and the flowers are at, and sit in a chair. So that's what I got from Mike Epps' interview too as well. And he actually threw shade at Charlamagne and Envy for being ass kissers and ass lickers because Kevin Hart has all this money and all this popularity that you guys were yes men when he was up here dissing on Katt Williams. And since Katt Williams is not the it Katt Williams, and he don't have as much money as, Kevin Hart, and you haven't seen him that much, it was easy for y'all to shit on him in so many different words because Mike Epps used analogies where people can't actually, say pinpoint that he said this, because he can say, I didn't mean that by what I said, because he knows it's a dirty business and a dirty game, and he just wanted to let people know what's actually going on, what he feels actually going on in a situation between Kevin Hart and Katt Williams. So I was just like, damn, like Mike Epps came up there telling all the secrets. Basically, he does have, a production coming out with, Dynamite, actually with Eddie Murphy. I believe Kevin Hart didn't give, Eddie Murphy a shout out because Kevin Hart was asked who's his favorite comedian. I think this was on This Is 50. And he didn't say Eddie Murphy. And I don't think he said Richard Pryor either. I'm not sure. But so that's what Mike Epps is like. He was just talking about how messed up the system is and how they don't allow people to actually get a chance. And then sometimes it's our own brothers and sisters that are at the door and they're keeping us out because maybe we're a threat, or maybe they just don't like us for one reason and they can keep us out, but they're forgetting that somebody had to pave the way for them to get to where they're at. And they should understand the system, the systematic racism, where, if you get a chance to be at the gate, let everybody in, especially people that are going to do the right thing too as well, or people that are hungry and been working and showing you their desires to work in Hollywood, either music, comedy, TV, and film. And so I was just like, damn. And Mike Epps was like, he's not humble anymore. Like Kevin Hart, when he didn't have it, he came to my house and ate. He's never invited me to his house and ate at all, period. But he's forgetting that I know who he is. Like, our children go to the same school. We're at the same PTA meeting, basically. But he never did say Kevin Hart's name. Charlamagne and DJ Envy did. And he just said, oh boy. Or he just gave, an analogy of, our kids go to the same school, this and that. So basically, it seems like, Mike Epps is on Katt Williams' side, and he feel like Katt Williams was bamboozled, and he's being trapped and set up too as well. And Kevin Hart is leading the charge against, Katt Williams to not continue in Hollywood, because he really felt like, how could you down this man like that? It's like downing your own cousin, your own uncle, talking about he's a crackhead, he's a cussy, he messed up. He was like, how can you do that in front of these people, in front of the police? He was actually kind of calling Charlamagne and DJ Envy the police. And he was like, Mike Epps was like, listen, America, I don't say any names. I'm going to let Charlamagne do all the snitching. So peace. I'm out. One love.